Van Tour Round 2. We are at Sandy Vans in San Diego, California. Talked to Alan Mondis from Minnesota, but he moved out to San Diego quite a while ago. I reached out to him on Instagram and he said, come on down. So we're going to get some tour of the whole place of the facility and check out their vans. These things are so sweet. Let's check it out.
Hey, welcome to Sandy Vans. This is Alan. Glad to have you.
Absolutely, buddy. Thank you very much.
All right, Jake, you look like a hat guy, huh? I'm going to have to get you some swag. And first things first, brand your friends. That's one of the keys to growing a fun business. We're Sandy Vans. We're here in Miramar, San Diego, sunny San Diego. We moved into this facility a little over a year ago, but we've been in business now a little over 3 years. This is our showroom, our lobby. We have an event this weekend, so it's empty up front. So all the team is actually up in Sacramento at an expo. But typically customers are coming in here, dropping off their van for, service installs on exterior product lines, product parts that we manufacture, design and manufacture. This is one of them right here. This is our Sandy Van side steps. So these go on the Mercedes Sprinter van. You can see when we moved into this facility, we actually had a friend, an artist, local artist here that did a mural. So got some Yosemite backdrop, moves into Joshua Tree, and around the corner here actually goes to the beach. So from the mountains to the beach, Sandy Vans will take you wherever your adventure calls. So as you come into the facility a bit more, into the showroom, you'll see some more of our parts on the wall. We have a life-size, van mural on this side with the two rear racks. At the driver's side is the port rack. The right passenger side is the starboard rack. These are universal racks that attach to 180-degree hinges. And then you can attach anything you like on the back, bike racks, storage boxes, shovels, roto packs, anything that you want stored on the exterior van. These are great universal rack options. We're working on some additional products there. A surfboard rack that'll go vertical as well for those longboards. And some other things that are in the product suite coming in 2025. One of our boxes is over here as well. This is the Boost Box Mini. The large Boost Box, the tall Boost Box, which is probably it is the product that is sold the most and most popular. Actually started the company 3 years ago or 3.5 years ago. Evan and myself were on a kiteboarding trip up in Oregon, hitting the West Coast, the Columbia Gorge, Hood River, and had a need in the marketplace. There was nothing on, as far as lockers, 3.5 years ago on the back of vans, just using a Thule on the top, and kept going up and down and putting all the gear, especially kiteboarding gear. There's a lot of it. So that got old, and, the Boost Box was born. So Evan's an engineer, and we actually had a friend that has a facility, a metal fab facility in Idaho, Sandpoint. So we went over there, built the box. I mean, it's just a box, but the racking system and everything to go onto the back of the Sprinter. And then the rest of that trip, a few more weeks on the road, everyone was asking, where'd you get this box? And that was kind of the aha moment, and started brainstorming other products for the van industry. And it was a very, hot time to get involved, being in, the midst of COVID. So we came back to San Diego and launched Sandy Vans in his garage. So it's come a long way from that garage 3.5 years ago, to this 12,000 square foot facility here in Miramar, and back to the tour. All right, come on in.
Let's check out the vans.
Let's do it. Let's go into the shop. So as mentioned, some customers will come in and be, just getting DIY customers that are doing heater installs, AC installs, service and or parts. So parts install bay is over here. That's kind of the first bay in the shop, and that'll be full every day of different exterior upgrades. From there, we have 4 different build bays. So there's always 4 vans in production at one time. Let me turn the music down a little bit so you can hear me, but yeah, all right, we're back. We've recently hired a few more individuals on. I think we're up to about 12 in the shop full time. So it's a busy place to be building vans. Things are happening. So as I mentioned, the 4 build bays here. Typically we're building on the Mercedes Sprinter 144. So we're taking brand new Mercedes Sprinters, working directly with Mercedes. They get drop shipped here. And then at that point, we're working with a customer and every van is built to order. So right now we're booked out through April. That's at 3 vans per month. And then the latest project, which is in Build Bay 3 here, is actually the Concrete Oasis. So the Concrete Oasis, some of you may have seen it on the internet. It basically broke the internet when it comes to custom van builds back in, I think 2 years ago when it was originally released from Eden and Nicole. So Ed and Nicole came up with this concept design and built the initial one. It went viral. In the meantime, we've connected on a limited partner or a limited production run as a partnership to bring more of these vans to life. So this is the first one, and it's about 30% into manufacturing now, and there's a limited partnership run that'll be happening all through 25 and 26. Over here, we kind of have our production board. So every morning we're meeting with the team. Each board represents another van, another bay, build bay, and each magnet represents basically an activity or task that needs to be done on the van to bring it from not done to doing to review all the way through to a finished product. And so, yeah, this is designed by our own Evan, the engineer, coming in with some of those best manufacturing principles, bringing that into the van space so that we can build things repeatable, quickly, and just have that high-end quality. On the wall up here, you'll see the three different core values that we strive for. We take pride in our work, we innovate for the industry, and we obsess over our customers. So customer obsession, customer satisfaction is our highest priority. Our Google, listing right now, always about, making sure that we have great customers. We know the 2 front passengers in our vans are the best advocates for Sandy Vans. So we created quite a fun community. In that community, every time you pick up your van, you come through for a red carpet ceremony. So you get the red carpet treatment, you get the photo, you get up on the van's rock wall, and then we do, often do events. There's, as you can see over here, a disco ball hanging still from one of our last events. So we're always having, parties, DJs, events, pickleball tournaments out in the front shop. Anything we can do to kind of create more community and have some fun while we're doing it. That's a high priority.
Absolutely. Cool place to work, huh?
Yeah. It's usually pretty fun. It's a little quiet here on this Friday midday, but usually it's bustling. So let's take a look back and check out some of the machinery. Yeah, so we'll start back here. So all material comes in laid up so that the customer gets different options when it comes to the laminate colors. Like this is one of the options, kind of more like a walnut. It gets laid up on 11 ply Baltic, and then once it's here, gets brought over to the CNC machine back here. Got a big 5x10 CNC factory. They're out of Orange County. This machine got dropped in right when we moved into the facility a little over a year and a half ago. So this allows us to cut everything in-house. So all of our cabinetry, our ceilings, our wall paneling, all cut here. And then from here, it's brought over to the wood shop. We do have all the finishing in-house. We got Precision Pete over here on upholstery. So he keeps everything precise. He's got a nice sign over here. This is his little zone. He's the master at work, making sure things look top-notch heading out of this facility. My man.
Like Pete's Coffee.
Yeah. There's a little play on that, yeah. But yeah, once it comes over, it'll basically be, this is where the laminates will be edge banded. So we just brought this machinery in-house. We do the edge banding in-house, and then all the cabinetry build will be happening in the wood shop, as you can see with the team over here, and just standard wood shop tools necessary for creating cabinetry. This van will be actually delivered next week. This is one of our scout layouts. So we have 3 main layouts that we're building on the 144. And this has now become our most popular layout. It's got a semi-fixed bed that's about halfway up. Now what that allows is it slides over a 2-person dinette, and then when it's in storage mode, it's slid back. So the mattress actually flips back and forth, allowing you to have the bed not always out like a fixed bed. So you still have access inside the vehicle for a 2-person, dinette. And then you still have your garage space with a pass-through for those longer items. So this will have a door on it, and now you'll have L-track in the flooring here, and you'll be able to, put mountain bikes in here, along surfboards, SUPs, utilizing the pass-through. But if you don't want to, you can close the door and now have a smaller garage space and still have some roomy seating area inside the van. So this has become our most popular layout. And then we'll look at one of the other ones when we get outside in the lot.
Sweet. Quick question. With your CNC machine, is there a lot of these? So you have 3 main builds. I'm guessing you're pumping out a lot of it. So pumping out a lot of the cabinetry, a lot of the woodwork itself, repetitive cutting.
Yes. Yeah. Doing as much as we have. So Evan, the engineer, he is, took all the design, the structure design, has it all in CAD, 3D image or 3D files. That's able to go to the CNC, like you say, build repeatability in our manufacturing process. The nice thing is that we're starting to ramp up and looking at, some more custom type of features like that are in the Concrete Oasis. Having the CNC in-house allows us to iterate and work through that R&D process quicker. But the key to keeping our costs, at a place where it hits what the market is looking for from a consumer basis, we need to build repeatability in the manufacturing. So, where the customer can always have some impact on, the actual finish, the laminates, the countertop materials, the ceiling. Ceiling designs are something that we're always, working with the customer, and that's where some of this, the unique designs, the creative outlet, and just customizations take place. So you'll see a lot of our ceilings have different, LED light strips, or even epoxy resin, or different drop-down type of features that are unique to the industry.
I've seen those epoxy tables and epoxy counters. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you. So out in the lot here, let's see, there's about 10 or so vans right now. So a few of these, 4 or 5, are basically in queue to be the next vans built. So we're trying to be as efficient as possible with our, manufacturing, just having everything lined up. We do have 3 in a rental fleet, so constantly having vans coming and going. You get an opportunity to try before you buy. So if you are in local, make a trip down to San Diego and looking to get in a van, we offer that service as well. And then also customers vans for, standard upgrades or products or, diesel heaters, things along those lines. This is one of our vans that was a show van. This actually was our SEMA van a 1.5 years ago. It actually belongs to one of the owners of the company now, an investor in the company. And so it's around and utilized as a show van from time to time. As you can imagine, I mentioned the show happening right now. So our current show van is out of town and all of our rentals are out. So let's take a look at this one. This is one of our social layouts, the original layout that we were building, at the early stages of Sandy vans. So it offers a big U-shaped dinette in the rear, and it turns into a bed. And then the cabinetry up front stays the same on most of our layouts. So you have a big kitchenette here, a lot of cabinetry. You have your pop-up power bank here through the inverter. You have induction stove, 12-volt refrigerator, and then microwave built into the upper cabinets. Many times, a lot of customers are going with Starlink these days, so Starlink will be integrated into this cabinetry. There's power here as well. And then you have storage all the way up on both sides. Max Air fan, of course. A lot of our vans now are optioned with Dometic RTX 2000 AC system. This one does not. And then this one showcases one of those unique lighting offerings. So it's actually, each one is built into the ceiling next to each cross member, and then backlit with this, really, Moroccan type of CNC stencil pattern that was cut out and designed by Evan and some of the team here.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Very nice.
As far as getting back to Red Arc, you said you met with the team down in Florida. We've been working with with Red Arc exclusively on our builds for over 2 years now, 2.5 years. They've been a great partnership to Sandy Vans, as well as we just find that their product is well fit for the application of van life. So what we have in this system, we've worked together with them to develop a 412 amp hour lithium battery system that connects with the Manager 30, which connects to the Rogue, the TVMS Rogue, which takes in all of the 12 volt drops and then powers it through the Red Vision. So this Red Vision is a LCD display that allows you to turn all of your lights on and off, as well as your water pump, refrigerator. All 12 volt items come into the Red Vision to be controlled here. It also allows you to tell your battery bank level. So it'll constantly be monitoring, what sun. Right now we're getting some solar charge in. It'll show you how much charge you have. If you're driving, obviously you have the DC to DC charging through the Manager 30, and then you have the charge opportunity to plug in shore power as well. So all of those charge features would be charging through the Manager 30, charging that battery bank, and then being utilized back out through the Red Vision by turning things on and off. We also pair that with a inverter, 2000 watt inverter for all of the 110 outlets.
Boondocking machine.
You'd be good to go off grid for multiple days with this rig. Absolutely. You got more storage up top. It's a full decking. You got your awning that comes out the side. And we take a look at the back, which is one of our signature products, the boost box.
Too.
Hammered copper. This will spin around, so you have, you can rinse your feet off when you're hopping in. You got your flip up counter space here. Diesel heater is tucked in on this side. Why we do this is that your exhaust is now coming out your driver's side. So if you're opening and closing your slider door, you're not getting those fumes back in. I know a lot of customers or a lot of builders put it underneath the passenger seat. We can do that as well. We just prefer it on the driver's side.
You said that's a diesel heater?
That's the diesel heater, the S-Bar diesel heater, yes.
So this is the box.
On the back, this is the box. It's 72 inches tall. This is actually one of the older versions that had the top hat, so it's now all one door. The complete face is one door, which we can show you. Actually, that van over there has it. We can kind of show that one in a minute here. And then that's connected to the Sandy Van starboard rack and then the port rack on the driver's side. Now, these are the two racks you saw in the showroom. Neither one of these racks puts any holes in your doors. So that's the design done by Evan to make sure that we're utilizing factory holes in Mercedes, so that this bump stop is just a bump stop. We're not piercing any hole through, and then we're using these factory holes here to locate the rack on this side. We actually have this relocator bracket, has a bottle opener in here, so when you're at camp, you're good to go, and you still got your Mercedes emblem on the back, so everyone knows it's a Mercedes. The Step is a newer product as well that's come out. That goes to the factory receiver, allows you to get easier up and in entrance to the rear of the vehicle, especially on the social layout that does open up and allows a pass through. It's nice to have easier access from the back, as well as your shore power. Your shore power plugs in from the rear. So we're once again not putting any holes in the vehicle. This is attaching to that rear receiver as well, and allows you to, it goes through the bottom where the electrical system is housed, through the floorboards, instead of putting holes into the side of the vehicle.
Beautiful. These are way too cool.
We got to get you in one, Jake.
Well, you can rent one. I'll rent one.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Alan, for showing me around. This is Sandy Vans. Check them out at sandyvans.com and Sandy Vans Official on Instagram. And what's next to come?
Absolutely.
YouTube. You got YouTube coming out as well. So check them out. Come rent one in San Diego. It's absolutely beautiful. I might move
yeah.
there.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Jake. Yeah, the next big project we have is Sandy Vans TV. So that's coming out soon in February. So check for that on YouTube as well.
Awesome. Appreciate it, pal.